Hey guys, thanks for watching my channel today. My name's Don, and my channel is all about bass fishing. So today I want to talk about why most anglers, most bass fishermen will never catch a wall hanger. They'll never catch a 10-pounder. And you know what? It's not their fault. And now before you get mad at me, just hear me out. Most anglers will never catch a true 10-pound bass, not because they aren't good enough, not because they don't try hard, and not because they don't deserve one. It's because 12-pound bass are pretty rare. I mean, genuinely rare. You don't work your way into it like you do with a 5-pounder. A 10-pounder is a unicorn with gills. And I can tell you, after years of bass fishing tournaments, being a bass fishing guide, and just going out and having fun bass fishing, I can't tell you how many times a big fish came on board. The first thing out of everyone's mouth, probably mine, was that's a 10, that's a 12, that's a 14-pounder. And sure enough, I get the scale out, and we put her on the scale, comes back at 8.6, 9.2, maybe 9.7. But that 10-pound mark is really hard to achieve. And there's a lot of reasons for it. For starters, geography plays a really big part. Some parts of the country just don't grow big bass. In Florida, we're a little bit spoiled. We've got lakes like Okeechobee and Kissimmee, Toho, and even farther north, you get into some of the big lakes in northern Florida, like Jackson. I mean, these lakes hold some monster bass. You won't find those kind of bass, in other areas, other states. Now, yeah, you'll find them in Texas, you'll find them in California, but you get up north, and a 7-pounder might be the fish of a lifetime. And truly, it is a trophy, but it's not a 10-pounder. A 10-pounder requires the right genetics, the right forage, and the right climate, and about 8 to 12 years of not being caught, or at least not being caught and kept. And that's asking a lot. Think about this for a second. That fish has survived every weekend angler, every tournament, every kid with a bobber, every cold front, every drought. They've survived alligators. They've survived birds of prey. They've survived snapping turtles and bigger fish. And for nearly a decade, they've managed to grow, and they grow larger each year. Big fish aren't reckless. They don't chase every spinnerbait that swims by. They feed smart. They move as little as they need to. They don't chase baits like they did when they were 3-pounders, and they make very few mistakes. Most anglers fish far too fast to ever hook up with a big fish. Most people fish for fun, and that's fine. That's what it should be. Catching a 10-pounder usually requires doing things a lot of anglers don't enjoy. Often it means throwing oversized baits all day. That might require going to live bait, wild shiners, night crawlers, crayfish. Often it means fishing painfully slow, accepting long stretches of time, long periods of time without a bite, and targeting specific big fish areas. Most people want action when they go fishing, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're fishing for numbers, you're rarely fishing for giants. A double-digit bass is vulnerable for short periods of time, usually during pre-spawn or big feeding cycles or low light ambush periods. Miss those windows, and you might fish right over top of her and never know it. I've had bad days at 77 years old where I fished perfect water, but I fished it at the wrong time. That fish might have been there, but she wasn't available. And here's the hard truth. I mean, to catch a 10 pounder, you have to be willing to go home with nothing. Not one bite, not one fish, just a sunburn and a stubborn attitude. Most anglers admit when it gets tough. They downsize. They move shallow. They start chasing smaller fish. Anything's better than nothing. And again, that's normal, perfectly normal. But giants reward stubbornness. And here's the real truth. Catching a 10 pounder isn't just skill. It's geography, time on the water, timing, gear, mental toughness, and plain old opportunity. Being in the right place at the right time. You could be an excellent fisherman your entire life and never be in the right place at the right moment when that one fish makes a mistake. And that's not failure, that's reality. What I've learned at my age is I don't judge a fisherman by whether he's caught a 10 pounder. I judge him by how much he loves being out there, how much he's learned, how much he respects the fish, how much he respects the water. Because here's something most people miss. Chasing a 10 pounder will teach you more about bass fishing than actually catching one. And if she ever does show up, you won't brag first. You'll sit down. You'll breathe. And you'll realize you just intersected with something extremely rare in your lifetime. And that's what most anglers, why they'll never catch one. And it's not their fault. It's because giants are earned. And sometimes, even then, they're still not given. So if you're one of those unlucky guys out there that are still trying to catch that first 10 pounder, don't feel alone. You know, it's nothing to be ashamed of, because I got to tell you, I've taken hundreds of people bass fishing, and most of them have never caught a fish over 5 or 6 pounds. Even my own brothers, 2 brothers that fish a lot and spend a lot of time in Florida, have never caught a bass over 10 pounds. Like I say, they're rare. They're very rare, and they deserve our respect. If you want to catch one, you have to fish for one, and you have to be in the right place. So even with that, you know, I wish you luck. I hope you have a chance to get out on the water today. It's a beautiful day down here in Florida. I'm planning on heading out in about an hour. You know, it's winter time for us, so I'm not anxious to be out there early. I want to get out there when it warms up a little bit. And between you and me, I think the big ones feed between 10 and 2. That's when I want to be there. So thanks for watching my video today. Appreciate you tuning into my channel. And if you have any comments, I'd sure like to hear them. Please leave them below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. I need it to grow my channel. And if you want to hear more stories like this, please subscribe. I wish you the very best. I hope you have a chance to get out on the lake. Today's a good day. If not today, tomorrow's just as good. Thanks again.